I know some of y'all like, who is she? Because I've been MIA. I know it. And I apologize. I've been hecka busy. It's been good busy though. Fun busy. But I've been busy. And all I'm gonna say and jump right into the video is that when you do YouTube, like, you gotta have some momentum. And then when something happens and you can't, it's so hard to get kick-started again. Like, you, excuse me. Finding the right time and space can be challenging, and that's what I'm gonna say has been happening with me. That's it.
Sometimes I shave my legs and sometimes I don't. Sometimes I comb my hair and sometimes I won't. Depending on how the wind blows, I might even paint my toes. It really just depends on whatever feels good in my soul. Is where it's supposed to be. And I know I created it and make no mistakes on me. My feet, my thighs, my lips, my eyes, I'm loving what I see.
Hey you guys, CimplyCeCe here. Let me put y'all down just a little bit. We are back with another Sister-like update. I'm sorry y'all, it's been so long. I don't know how long, but too long. Okay, we all gonna agree, touch and agree by hitting that like button for your girl being back and uploading a video and bringing back some sister-like action, because we got some things to talk about today. Like, we got some good stuff going on around here. And I've been away so long, y'all don't even know. And if it's your first time, I've been slacking. I mean, you can ask the other family members and friends and subscribers in the comments what I'm talking about. They'll tell you, but I apologize. But if you're new here, thank you for joining me here on my channel. My name is CimplyCeCe, and if you're new, please subscribe. If you are into the Sister-locks and you're in the right place, I am going to be getting a little bit more personal on my channel, and that'll be my videos on Thursday. So I upload Sister-lock videos, everything with my Sister-lock Sunday, everything else Thursday. So with that being said, please subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads. Like the video if you do enjoy it, share it if you think it'd be helpful, and let's jump right into this video. Okay? Okay, but let's jump into the Sister-locks. Okay, so we getting some length. Okay, and y'all, we haven't even hit 3 years yet. So this is, well, it'll be 3 years in September of this year. So I'm pretty happy about that. And I hate that I braided it. I wanted it crinkly because I went on a date and I wore it up in a scarf, and it's just, the crinkles ain't fell out. I try to spray with some water, try to get it out. I think I'm gonna get in the shower and just today, and I'm gonna wet the ends so it can go back straight. But anyway, I wish I had it straight so we could see the true length. But we getting it for the most part, because this is right here by my temple. When I stretch it, oh, well, you know, when I take the crinkle out, I don't want to put no much tension. It falls right here, so that's pretty significant. This is the front. So yes, that's pretty nice. Although I've been noticing on this side, like the right side of my head, they shorter. I mean, this one ain't a good example. It's like right there, but like if I keep going, y'all, like you'll start noticing like this one is shorter. See that? Y'all, let me show the people. See? I don't know what that's about, but it's always been like that. It's not like I had any breakage or anything. Now I did have a couple of them over here. Let me see if I can find, okay, here's one. This one at the very beginning, it got like really weak. So I think that's the one that I cut, or that's the one she started later. That might be the one she started later. But, you know, but then you get over here, and I just think that's how it is. But I got one over here it's janky, y'all. I talked about it in one of my last just filler videos, and where's she at? Look at her. I don't even call her janky. No, that's it. I already looked at that. It's another one. It's like two of them close together. I told y'all about her because she be like popping out. I really need to cut her, but I refuse to because I'm attached and I don't want to cut her. Y'all might find her in the video. I don't know. Here it is. So you see, we got this little situation where it gets thin. But if y'all look at that video, she was a lot shorter. So she's still growing. Even though this is scanless, and I should definitely cut it. And I eventually will, but I just ain't ready. And if she hanging on, then listen, I'm not going to cut her life short. I'm going to just let her hang out until we just can't no more. But the biggest thing I want to share with you guys, I did color it a third time. So you're seeing a little bit more of the red color, but I just spaced it out now because I didn't know it was going to do it like this. I was touching up because it was getting more like into the brown again. So we got more of this red hue going. That's what I really like. So of course, like usually the ends are gonna be a little lighter than the top because that hair has been colored more. This hair up here, I would say about 2 inches of it was natural, like all to my natural brown, dark brown. So I just did this right before I retied them this time. And I'm loving it because I was getting a little bored. So it feels good to have a little bit of color. And I switched my rotation. If you've been following me, and I have a how I retie video already up on my channel, and I did the 2-point rotation at that time, but I had someone in the comments, I might be able to find it, but she said not to do 2-point, like it's not good. And that was the second time I heard somebody say that, because the lady that started my Sister Locks had told me that it can weaken your locks because she started me on a 4-point rotation. So with that being said, and then she commented was like, at least do a 3-point rotation. I straight up went all the way back to a 4-point rotation. I thought it was gonna be complicated, but it's very, very simple. I do it going like west, north, east, south, if that makes sense. So I was supposed to, when I did this last retie, record it, but I was kind of cramming for time because I had a funeral I needed to attend the very next morning, and I had to work all that day after the funeral. So I was really trying to like get it done, so I didn't make time. But for my next retie, and usually in between my reties, I'll retouch the hairline. So when I do my hairline again, I'm definitely gonna film how I do the 4-point rotation now. I do have some footage of how I do my hair now, because at first I used to use my 3-way mirror, like it's a foldable mirror, and then I would use another mirror behind that, but now I'm just using the 3-way mirror. Works perfectly fine. So I'll share all that with my next one. I'll show y'all I got footage of my setup because I was intending to record it. I just didn't, so I really apologize for that. But anyway, your girl's on a 4-point rotation, and I am digging it. I do like it. I feel very confident with that. I kind of shied away from it because I attempted it back very beginning of my journey, like when I started kind of messing with my locks myself, and it just seemed very weird. And I think the thing was initially I was going in to just do a 3-point rotation, but while I was doing that, I was like, well, you can just go into a 4-point rotation. And it was very, very simple. Absolutely loving it. I can do it all over my head pretty swiftly too. So it was cool. So that is a big change. We are on a 4-point rotation, and I think I know I'm gonna stay there just because hearing that it can weaken the locks, and I was feeling like some of them were feeling, you can't really tell. Like if we pull this lock from the front, honestly, when you look at it from the scalp, you can't really tell where I was doing the 2-point and then the 4-point. You can't tell. So I'm cool with that, but I just feel confident with that. I'm still very new to this journey. Like I know as much about my journey as I've learned in almost 3 years. That was it. I always say that. So I listen to you guys that have had them, and I believe ma'am who commented has had her locks for quite some time. And I do remember my consultant saying I'm on a 4-point rotation, and that if I change the rotation like that, it could weaken my locks. So we haven't had anything so far. We haven't lost any locks, but why risk it, right? So I don't do that anymore. I noticed, I feel like my curlies are gone. Like, you can see a few, but I feel like they're starting to lock. I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I kind of like don't care, and then I'm kind of like, I guess I could put something on it and comb it out, but I don't really care. I guess if it locks all the way, I'm okay with that. I was just noticing that change here lately, and I've been noticing after I did my color. So and now I have out here some of the products I've been using on my hair. It looks like a lot, but I don't use any of this stuff regularly. I just use it as I feel like I may need it. So the first thing is, I don't shy away from this twisting paste. I'm like, when I say I'm super light with this, I'm super light with it. Like, it's so much left. I just don't use a lot. I've had it for, I'm probably gonna have to throw it away because it has the expiration date, as you can see, April of next year, and I'm pretty sure I'm still gonna have a whole bunch of that left. But I use that when I'm retiring. The only reason I use this because my consultant didn't use anything when she retired my hair. Somebody had commented on my video and they're like, how do you get rid of the frizz? Ma'am, if you are watching this video, this is how I got rid of the frizz. This is the whole reason I used it. Kiki J used it to retie her hair, even though she started, I think hers is maybe more like, oh, I don't know what you call them, because she started them as 2-string twists, like mini twists, and then she interlocks them. But she used this. I like it because it has no buildup. And I like, it's clear, like it looks kind of like this yellowish color, but it's a very like clear gel. And like I said, I'm very like handy with it. And I use that because when I do have frizz, it helps to smooth it. And I put that on there to smooth it out so that my parts can look a little cleaner. And I would say I didn't freshly do my hair. It still looks good. It looks great. I redid it 2 days ago. So this is 2 days post. I typically come on literally when I say I finish it and then I film. But I didn't do that because, like I said, at funeral I had a lot of things going on. But I wanted to get one in because I haven't done one in a while. And I want you guys to think I'm not doing them anymore because I am. So that's what I use to get the frizz. Because sometimes I'll scratch in between and I feel like it's frizzy. But I do feel like my hair is just locking so well. I don't have to concentrate on my parts anymore. When I first started doing it myself, I had to focus a little bit. It seemed like a lot on the parting, like making sure my grid stayed pretty clean like this, because I felt like I was losing it. And I've heard other people talk about, comment about their grid, like not being as clean and not seeing it. It's some people I know that they like when their hair is old. I like it both ways. But I will say this, as a hairstylist, when I do retie my hair, I feel like my parts should look like this. I feel like it should look like an obvious straight part. I don't like it looking fuzzy. So that's a personal preference. So this twisting paste is not a necessity. You don't need it. I know my lady did it without it. She just mixed a little water and she went in there and got it done. I literally decided to use this because someone who has like micro locks or tiny locks like me and uses it and said that it was great and she loves it. And I will say it has a really nice scent. Like, it's not strong, it smells good, and it's very light. And I've been using it, and no, I don't have any like weird buildup or anything in my locks. So I like it, and like I said, it helps to tame the frizz that you can get with SISTERLOCKS, or that I've experienced. Next thing I use is some good old H2O. This says Rosewater and Glycerin, and it was that originally, but once I ran out of it, it's just water in here, and I just keep reusing that. I just spray that as I need it. I have here the SISTERLOCK Herbal Spray Moisturizer. I bought this from my consultant, I don't know how long ago, and it's almost gone. It's probably maybe like somewhere like that much left, just from what it feels like. But I don't need it all the time. I don't use it all the time. When I first started retying my locks myself, I used to spray this on every section. I don't. She gave it to me because initially I was very itchy. So she was like, spray that on the scalp. But now I don't feel like I'm like that anymore. So I don't use this all the time. That's why it's been lasting me so long, which is fine. I have this peppermint and aloe oil soothing scalp tonic. This is something I use on my clients at work. I am a licensed cosmetologist, but I use this when people have like flakes and like your scalp is really itchy, because this is purifying and it's detoxifying. It says immediate itch relief oil, absorbing, ideal for use under hair extensions, wigs, braids, and other protective styles. But for me, how I use it, because it can be used as like a, like it said, you can use it as a leave-on, like you can put on your scalp and it will soothe it. But I use it as a pre-treatment because you can use it 2 different ways. They have the one for the, regular, and then you'll see one is like, let me see if I can show you. You see one that just says directions, and then you see pre-shampoo, and then you have a leave-in scalp treatment. I use it for the pre-shampoo. So if I feel like my scalp has been itchy because I'm so terrified of buildup, I do traditional locks at work, and I just feel like it's easy to happen. This is a liquid, of course. It's soothing, so I'll put it on my scalp before I'm about to shampoo it and like kind of rub it, because it is, and that's how I use that. I don't use it all the time. The bottle is small, and let me see if I can see. I can't even see, but it's I've been having it for a while. It's not going anywhere for a long time. The other thing I was using is also from Design Essentials. It's this Edge and Temple Strengthening Oil. Now, I am not a big advocate on like oils. I'm just not. But I'm not gonna lie. I wanted to try it on their website. It shows like testimonials with pictures where people's edges looked a little thinner and now they're a little fuller. So I was like, what do I gotta lose? So I tried it. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like, y'all know my edges were very, very, very see-through, even more so than what it is now. The fact that we can see this much. I literally had somebody comment after I did a retweet and like, but nice retweet, but where are your edges? So for me, when I can look in the camera and it doesn't just look shiny and shiny ball, like I can tell where my hairline is, even though it is still very fine. I do think this is helping. And right here, I pointed at this earlier because I've been getting more hair around my hairline. And I've told myself, since my hair is fine, like when it's long enough, I'm gonna have to join this in with one of these locks, because I don't think it's gonna be strong enough to actually be a lock on its own. But I've been using that. Again, this is right here. This is where this is, because I can see that. And I've had this for months, and that's how much I've used. And it's probably came with that much in it, but I don't use it all the time. I literally only use it kind of when my hair is old. I don't like to use it at the beginning, like when I freshly redo it, because I'm scared it's gonna make my retie slip out. So I don't use that. And I only use it on my hairline. I'll just literally put a little bit and rub it across my hairline when it's starting to get old and things like that. Another oil I have, this is called, this is Allocate Naturals Essentials 17 Hair Growth Oil. I just really wanted an oil to be able to put on my scalp sometimes. You can see how much is in this. It does not come with that much in it. It came more like that. I don't use this every day. I just feel like if I want to have something on my scalp, I wanted something kind of light, nothing too heavy. So I use that every now and then, and that anything I use really is when the hair gets old. I don't like to use anything when my hair is freshly retied, except some water, and sometimes leave-in moisture. So this is I guess it's Camille Rose, I think that's how you say it, honeydew, and this is liquid moisture refresher. I will spray this on my hair, so if I feel like it's getting a little dry, I'll spray this. I use this probably, you see how much is left in here on the side. Although I've had this for months too, because it just, the way it sprays out, it's like a little mist. Like, you see how that is? So I really, really like that. Sorry, I kind of sprayed my phone, but I like it. So it doesn't make my hair drippy, and I can like literally just kind of open it up, and then I can go onto my scalp like this. Like, you can really see how it misses, and that's what I'll do for a moisture spray, like if I feel like my scalp is dry, especially when it's fresh. Because like I said, I don't really want to put a lot of oils on my hair. I will do the oil thing when I know I'm about to wash it, because I don't want it to sit on there. And good old faithful Eco Styler Gel. I've been having this forever, and I'm going to have it for quite some time because I only use it on my edges. And that is it. That is all the products that I will put on my hair at any given moment, depending on what's going on with it. So other than that, we are still loving our locks. We are. I am very, very happy with my hairline growth. I ain't never been really ashamed, let's be honest, but I really can. If it's in my head, I'm crazy, but I don't care what anyone says these edges are growing. And it's like, I say that because I'm not very, very close to y'all right now. But the fact that you can even see this and you can see strands of hair in there, that is not something I've had. If you're new to my channel, you can go back and look at videos. I used to call them struggle edges. We have promoted them to thriving edges because we have life and death in the power of our tongue, and we're speaking that they're thriving edges, and that's what they're gonna be from here on out. And honestly, since I have changed that, they are thriving. That's what I'm saying. They're thriving. It took me some time to get here. Yeah, I'm happy with this, to be honest, because I know, and if you've been rocking with me for a while, you know too where I came from. This is a blessing. I don't care what nobody say. You could call them whatever you want, but baby, they wasn't this before. They was not this, especially with a fresh retie. I would look just straight, like, yeah, I was looking very, very scalpy. Okay. That's all I'm gonna say, because we ain't gonna speak negative on it. But they have definitely evolved, and they've grown, and they've thrived, and we are grateful, and we have gratitude. I know it's gotten longer because I'm gonna put it up in the window. Hold on, y'all. Last time I feel like I did an update, it might have been down, but it was one time where I pulled my hair up into this ponytail, just like this, and I could just like pull my hair out, and they would kind of sit up. Look, it just fall now. I'm not mad about it, but I kind of miss some of the little styles I used to be able to do when I was a little shorter. And what's funny is my lock clients that I do, they do not have sister locks like me. They have traditional locks, but they told me the same thing. It was like, yeah, you know, I was so excited for them to grow. They was like, now I miss certain styles I could wear when it was shorter, because we're talking about people whose locks are way longer than mine. We're talking about they got waistline now. So I get what they're saying. Like with every growth spurt, or as it continues to get longer, because it does it like almost right up under your nose to me a little bit, like you don't realize it's growing so much. And yes, I'm using a wide tooth comb. It looks like this, but I like it because I just keep it off my scalp, but my locks can go right in between it like that, and I can get them all organized and going in the right direction. So I am combing my locks. Yes, I am. Somebody told me something about people brushing their locks and it makes them real, real beautiful. I ain't about to put no brush on my locks, but I do comb them just like this. I wish I kept them straight. But you guys, that's truly everything. I just want to share all of that. Those are the products I'm using. I am on a 4-point rotation. Hair has been colored 3 times. This time I was a bit more intense with it. I wasn't afraid. First time I did, I was tiptoeing. I shared that with you guys, and people was like, you need to bleach it. Listen, I'm gonna tell anybody, I will not put bleach in my locks. I don't care what. I don't want any color that requires me to bleach my locks. I'm the hairdresser, and yes, hair can survive bleach. Don't get me wrong. But bleach changes hair in ways that I do not like, on locks, on natural hair, on straight hair, whatever it is. And I just don't want to do that to my locks, because this is a permanent thing. This isn't even like when my hair was straight and free, where I was like, okay, I'm gonna slowly trim it off over time. Because if you've ever had locks or you got highlights, I've had them, and the hair just starts to get a little funky and real dry. You like, I'll just trim it as they grow out. Well, locks are different for me, because I don't want to trim them as it grows out. Like, I want my color to either grow out like this, because I feel like this is the last time I'm gonna color it for a while, because I like when I get my dark scalp and you can see like the kind of ombre effect going. But I don't want to have to cut them unless I just have to. You know, y'all see me holding on to a little lock in the front. I mean, that ain't even a whole lock. She just need a little snip, and I'm like, we gonna wait. So y'all can see how I feel about them. That's just what it's gonna be. I don't want to put bleach on it. I don't think the risk is worth the reward. And because I might get tired of color anyway, and then I gotta try to cover back up, but you can't reverse the texture change and the things it does to your hair. So no, won't be no bleach over here on this channel. If I change my mind, I will say I said it and I reneged. But as of right now, at this very moment, no baby, we're not doing it. But that is everything, you guys. I hope this video was helpful. Hoping y'all enjoying it, because ma'am, I am. Okay, y'all better get, if you thinking about these sister locks, any locks to be honest, I mean, but specific these because they fire. What you waiting on? Don't be scared. You're gonna be happy. You're gonna love them. You're gonna love it so much. And look at that. See, y'all got edges now. We got edges now. We got edges right now. I don't care if you can see through them, but I got edges right now. Yes, I do. I'm proud. How about you? Yeah, because that used to look, I mean, y'all, that was like bald. Y'all know. If you know, you know. I'm grateful. Thank you, Lord. I'm so serious. Thank you, Lord, for that. I never had any real issue with this part. It's just these sides being like pushed back, and I'm learning it's just my weird hairline. It literally goes like this. And these are, you know, like, look at the edges. They, all of them see through, and people be asking me, what, how you get your edges laid down? Because there's barely anything there. I mean, like, and it's always done it. Since I've been natural, my hairline always lay down. So I realize it's my texture. It ain't no product. It ain't what I'm doing. I done laid it down with edge controls and all kind of stuff. It's just gonna lay down. I just don't need a lot. And I like gel. I feel like gel is easier to get out. I think edge controls are a bit thicker. So I try to avoid them. But that's it. But y'all, that is truly everything. Thank y'all so much for joining me here on my channel. And I'm sorry I've been MIA, but I promise I'm really, really back. I promise you I am. I know I'll be saying that every video, then I disappear again, but I'm not. And if I do, I'm going to still come right back and tell y'all I'm not leaving again, even if I am. But it's never planned. It's never planned. Things just happen. There's a lot going on. But anyway, until the next video, you guys, stay blessed, stay motivated, and stay close to God. And remember, God doesn't want to trick you. He never wants to hurt you. He loves you and he cares for you. And I will talk to you all in my next one. Bye, you guys.
But I've drawn the conclusion, it's all an illusion. Confusion's the name of the game. A misconception, a mass deception. Something's gotta change.